This is Tom Loy with Blue and Gold Illustrated here with four-star tight end Nick Weishar and a future Notre Dame Fighting Irishman. How's it feel?
Feels great. It's a dream come true pretty much. It's awesome.
You know, National Signing Day passed last month. Now that your phone's not blowing up, coaches aren't calling. I mean, how does it feel to just kind of know, put yourself at ease and just know that you're going to be there in a few months?
Feels great. I mean, the whole process was awesome to go through and just kind of meet all these new people, talk to all these coaches and everything. But it's definitely kind of a relief to not have to deal with it anymore. And obviously the 2015 guys are up next, so it was a great journey, and I'm just excited to continue it on in Notre Dame.
Was there ever a point in your recruitment where you thought maybe Notre Dame wasn't the place for me, and you kind of, at any point during even your junior or senior year, that you kind of wanted to look around and possibly take some visits?
Yeah, there was. I mean, when I got that Notre Dame offer, they were my third offer, and that was kind of a game changer for me. I think it opened up the doors to all these other schools that wanted to come in. But right when they offered, I knew I was going to obviously highly consider that place. And I did take my time. I visited all the places I wanted to and just made sure I made the right decision for me. And it took a few extra months than some other guys committed, but I think I obviously made the right decision for me, and like I said, I can't wait to get back up there.
Play recruiter for a second. You know, obviously you've been recruited by Notre Dame for years, but play recruiter. You got a 2015 kid that is looking heavily at Notre Dame. Tell him why he should give Notre Dame a look, and kind of why you ended up choosing there.
I think the selling point for me, just the side of football, is just the obviously the academic excellence that Notre Dame provides, the networking they have, not only through Chicago but throughout the world. So I think anybody who graduates from Notre Dame is just that degree puts you even above the next guy. So that was the biggest selling point for me, and then obviously you put the football aspect into it, the tradition, and all the years of just championships and things like that. It's a complete package, and I can't see how you wouldn't at least give it a look.
Chuck Martin was your primary for a while. He went and took the head coaching job at Miami, Ohio. After he left, who started becoming your primary? Who'd you stay in contact with at Notre Dame, and who kind of made that final push for you to make sure you were solid towards signing day?
So when Coach Martin left, I had a great relationship with him. I've been talking to him since my freshman year, but once he left, Coach Booker kind of took the reins on it, and even all the coaches kind of, I mean, I had visits from several of the coaches, even Coach Elliott, the defensive coach, but he came in often, and Coach Denbrock. But I think Coach Booker, I talked to him almost every week, and I have a great relationship with him now, and I think he definitely took the reins on it.
Were there any schools, I know this happens all the time, whether they offered or not, were there some schools that kind of came out of the blue over the last few months leading up to signing day and kind of were like, Nick, you know, can we get you on campus for a visit? You know, you had all your official visits remaining. Were there any schools like that came out of the blue?
Not really that many, but I know Coach Dunn was really good with that. And when I told him I was committed to Notre Dame, he kind of told these coaches before they even called. He said he's committed and he doesn't really want to deal with it anymore. But I know I think Coach Dunn mentioned that Wisconsin and Ohio State, they were they were asking a little bit, and they texted once I committed a few weeks later, like, is Nick sure? But obviously I made the best decision for me.
Which guys that ended up signing with Notre Dame did you kind of become the closest with throughout the process and develop the best relationships with?
Yeah, so through the Army Bowl, I spent a lot of time with Quentin, and he's become a great friend of mine. And I think Quentin, and then Richard I came close with too, but it was sad to see him. He made the best decision for himself, but definitely Quentin Nelson I've become pretty close with as well.
And you know, obviously you're real close, like you said, with all the coaches at Notre Dame. Where do you see yourself fitting in during year one? What have you heard from them? Do you expect to see the field, scout team, red shirt? I mean, where did kind of they see you?
So basically they told me if I'm good enough to play, I'll play. So I'm going in with the mindset that I'm going to play. I'm willing to battle it out and just give everything I have, and we'll see what happens from there. But like I said, I'm going in with the mindset that I'm going to play and be an impact player from year one.
That's good. That's good to hear. Outside of your actual commitment to Notre Dame, what would you consider probably your most memorable moment throughout the entire recruiting process for you?
Just throughout the whole entire process, I think it's just cool to see all these different coaches come through. I mean, from head coaches, I know Coach Hoke was here, and Coach Ferentz and all those guys, Coach Wilson from Indiana and Coach Beckman from Illinois. I think that was probably just the coolest part, just seeing those guys that you watch on TV and seeing them coach, and then actually seeing them come through Marist doors and be able to spend time with them. I think that was the coolest part of it all.
And do you have any, whether it's with a Notre Dame player or a coach or a visitor, even another school, do you have any funny stories you can share of over the last year or two of just the recruiting process, just something that stands out to you that kind of would be, you know, something that the viewers would kind of eat up?
So I think it's kind of funny when through the whole process before I was committing. I think it was junior year and something around there. But Ole Miss was in the visit, and then as I was leaving with them, the Vandy coaches came in to visit too. So it's kind of funny hearing them bicker about it. I know they're just giving each other a hard time. They know each other obviously, but Vandy started just talking about like look at the academics over there, stuff like that. So I think it was pretty funny just hearing them bicker about
just
it.
Like subtle shots at another school.
Yeah,
All right, that's pretty funny. And now, when was your official visit to Notre Dame? Do you remember?
It was the week of the award banquet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Take me through an official visit. You know, you hear stories about all these other schools and what happens. Take me through your official visit. What took place, and if there was anything that really stood out to you and kind of impressed you since you've been there so many times.
Okay. Yeah. So I was supposed to go up Friday night for the banquet, but I wasn't able to make that because we had a basketball game. So I drove up Saturday night with my parents, and right when you get there, they brought us to the hotel. I forget the new hotel that's there.
I forget. No.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one
it's
it is.
really nice. They just renovated it, and so that they took us there, and then you give us breakfast. Obviously, all the meals are free. And then we got there and just spent time with all the other players that there. A bunch of commits were there and their families, so it was good to be able to meet them and start building a relationship with them, and then talk with the coaches pretty much all day and go through just things I've seen a bunch of times since I visited there, but it's good to just all get a refresher, spend time with the strength and conditioning coaches and things like that. And then you go to dinner, and then I got to spend the night with Durham Smythe. So we went out with him, and then just wake up and you just kind of talk to the coaches again, and then you go from there. So it was overall a great weekend, good experience. Like I said, be able to meet all the guys that are there, and then continue to build relationships with not only commits but the guys on the team as well. So it's a great time.
And Durham was your host.
He was,
that weekend.
Yes.
What kind of talks did you guys have? And you guys got a little one-on-one time about, you know, he had been up there for, you know, that first year as well. He was a freshman. What did you guys talk about, you know, making the adjustment from being a high school senior superstar to being kind of the low man on the totem pole?
Yeah, he said it's definitely it's just like coming into freshman year of high school again. He kind of mentioned it as, and he said the upperclassmen are great guys to just be able to talk to and help not only with the playbook but campus life and things like that. So he said it's definitely easier as a football player just to be able to know people ahead of you, older guys that you can talk to about anything. So I'm really excited to get there, and I can't wait to finally say I'm Irish and be there as a student.
During the recruiting process, we did an interview with, I guess it was last month, with Johnny Williams, who's obviously coming, and we asked him about any negative recruiting that he faced, and he said there was some where people would say, you know, don't go to Notre Dame, the academics are too hard, stuff like that. Did you face any of that? Did you have to deal with that? I don't name any names or any schools or anything, but did you kind of gather some of that stuff throughout the process?
There was a little bit of it, but not too much. I mean, there really isn't anything bad to say about Notre Dame, which is, I think, it says a lot about the school and university, and all the other coaches I talked to about it. They couldn't say anything bad about it. So there's a little bit of here and there, but not too much at all.
Was it primarily about like academics and things like that, or what were some of the things you picked up on?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that's probably what people would say, but I mean, I'm a pretty good student, and that's what I was looking for in school. So I think it's not really saying much when they say that, but it was a great experience to go through it. You
mentioned earlier you were an Army All-American earlier. You spent a week in Texas. Just kind of take me through that process. Did you learn anything new about your game from the coaches that were out there that you kind of took back home and kind of used to your advantage?
Yeah, so there were a bunch of little different techniques of just getting off the ball and things like that. But I think the most interesting thing about playing in that game was just the speed, just adjusting to the speed and size of the players. I mean, those are the best players in the country, and I think I more than held my own. I think I did really well out there, and just in practices, this first day was just interesting, just to be able to adjust to the speed and see how it is. But after that, I think I did pretty well in practices, and then in the game, unfortunately, I didn't have any balls thrown my way. But I think I did well in the practice all week.
Deshawn Kaiser, obviously one of the more touted quarterbacks, and he committed last summer and was firm throughout the process. Have you guys started developing somewhat of a relationship? Do you guys plan on getting together at all over the next few months? Maybe just getting out and throwing a little. Talk about the two of you guys connecting a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been texting, obviously, and every time we visit, I text him and let him know I'm going. Maybe he wants to go up there too. So the next spring ball, I'm hoping to get up there a lot, and I'm going to text him and see if he wants to get up there too. But that'd be a great idea to get out and throw with him too. So definitely build a relationship with him. It's going to be a fun 4 years. Do
you know when you're going to actually enroll and get up there at Notre Dame?
I think the date's June, like 10th to 15th or something. Yeah, mid-June.
Is that the next time you plan on being up there, or do you think you're going to make it up there at all?
No, I'm hoping to get up there a lot once the spring ball kicks back up again. I don't have basketball anymore because that was kind of hindering me to get up there for just some days. But now that basketball's over, hoping to get up there a lot for the spring ball.
And I guess lastly, what are your plans for the next few months? Obviously recruiting's behind you. You don't have to focus on that. What are you trying to do to prepare to actually get up there?
So they sent the workout packets. I've been doing that and hitting that hard, so that's going well. And then just working on speed and agility and things like that. And once it gets nicer out, I'm going to get out there and just work on getting better at everything I can do and be able to throw with the old quarterback here and just get better at everything I can.
Do you find that workout to be a little more challenging, rigorous than what you're used to, or has some of the stuff, like, have you done a workout and then been like, wow, this is pretty challenging? Or?
Yeah, it's definitely challenging, but I think it speaks for Coach Dunn. Coach Dunn's workouts here are pretty hard too. So I think just coming off a workout, it's kind of normal, because I mean what we've been through is Coach Dunn puts us through a lot. It's definitely pretty similar, and like I said, it speaks a lot about Coach Dunn and what he puts his guys through here.
Awesome. Well, again, thanks for joining us. Again, this is Nick Weishar. I'm Tom Loy with Blue and Gold Illustrated, and thanks for watching.